In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student-athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Royal Broome Pavilion in Seattle, Washington. We're on the campus of Seattle Pacific University, and my name is Greg Sexton. You're watching the SPU webcast. Tonight, the Falcons host the Gooey Ducks of the Evergreen State College, as both teams come into this matchup struggling a little bit so far in the early season. The Falcons come in with a record of 2-8 overall. They are 0-1 in conference play. They've just played one. Most of the GNAC, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, has played twice in conference. Evergreen State coming in 1-5 and 1-2 in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. That conference has 12 teams in it, so they have played 3 conference games already and getting ready to play some more here before too long. But let's get to the coaches and the lineups, and then get you set for some basketball here as the starting lineups being introduced on the floor. Both of these coaches in their second year, Kefri Fazio for the Falcons, had the interim tag last year, had that removed this year, and Cameron Swanson for the Gooey Ducks is also in his second year. The lineup for the Gooey Ducks is going to feature Garrett Long, a junior out of Boise, Idaho, transferred from Northwest Nazarene in the GNAC. Bradley Graham is a junior out of Federal Way, Washington. Daniel Thomas, a senior out of Seattle, who went to both O'Day and Bellevue College and was a teammate of Owen Moriarty, presumably at both of those stops. They're a year apart in their eligibility, but Thomas a senior, Moriarty for the Falcons a junior. Nick Gutierrez, a senior out of Pasco, Washington. Solomon Campbell, a junior out of Columbus, Ohio. He attended high school in Portland, Oregon, though. Falcons with Owen Moriarty, as I mentioned, Seattle native, went to O'Day and Bellevue College. Jackson Knapp, a junior out of Newcastle, Washington. He is in the circle right now against Solomon Campbell, as here's the opening tip, and it's won by the Falcons. Moriarty controls it. Jonas Latour making another start tonight, and he has played well as in the last couple of games as a starter. He's a redshirt sophomore, as there is Trace Evans getting the bucket, and he lays it up and in. Evans is from New South Wales, Australia. He's a junior, and definitely the furthest away from where he grew up. Henry Sandberg, a freshman from Spokane, Washington, as that was Bradley Graham driving down the lane and couldn't connect on the lay-in. Latour the other way with a 3 from the corner, and it's off the mark, and it's out of bounds. And it's going to stay with SPU. So the Falcons a 2-0 lead here, less than a minute in to the ball game. And they will get it to Knapp. He's going to find Evans going to the bucket. And Knapp with the good assist there, kind of waiting for Evans to get down the lane a bit. And it was an easy pass to him for the bucket. So Trace Evans with the first 4 points here for the Falcons. And the Gooey Ducks with Graham taking another 3, and that one is off the mark as well. And back the other way. Here's Knapp. And Knapp had it poked away. Comes right back to him, and he lays it up and in. As Solomon Campbell got a hand in there, poked it away, and Knapp was fortunate to have it come right back to him. And he lays it up and in. Moriarty knocks this one out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Gooey Ducks as they find themselves down 6-0 early. And this is one of those games, this is an exhibition game for the Gooey Ducks. The Falcons are going to count it as a regular season game, and you see that happen a lot of times when a steal by Knapp here for the Falcons. And he is going to step into the lane and was not able to get the shot up. Latour gets tripped up along with Daniel Thomas, but no whistle on that contact. And the Gooey Ducks with possession. Here's a 3 on the way from Gutierrez, and that one off the mark. Rebound to Moriarty. But when a Division II team plays an NAI team, for example, and you see this at other levels as well, you often see the lower level team counted as an exhibition game and the higher level team counted as a regular season game. There's a 3 from Graham again, and it's not like they're missing by a lot, the Gooey Ducks. The shots are they're close to going in, but they have not been able to connect on one quite yet. 2.5 minutes in. Here is Knapp out in the corner for Latour. And now here's Evans. Kicks it out to Moriarty. He gets it down in the paint to Sandberg, and Sandberg can't get that shot to go. We're going to get a foul called on Trace Evans, and the Gooey Ducks will take it back the other way. So Sandberg got the shot up there, couldn't connect, and then Evans gets called for the foul on the rebound. Mason Landak will come in for Henry Sandberg. Landak was in the starting lineup for the first several games for the Falcons, and Latour has replaced him in the starting lineup. The last, I believe this is his 3rd start, and I can double check that. As this is Daniel Thomas, and now Solomon Campbell backing down on Evans, puts it up over him, and the Gooey Ducks are on the board. Solomon Campbell, 6'10", and Trace Evans, 6'9", as they're going to go have some battles here in the post. Here's Evans back the other way, gets it knocked out. SPU will keep it with 16:39 to play here in the first half. But just to verify, this is Jonas Latour's 3rd start, and he started the previous 2 as well and played well in both of them. Here is Evans finding Landak going to the bucket, and he lays it up and in. Good find there from Evans, and Landak with an easy lay-in. He gets on the board here, and this one comes up short from Solomon Campbell. Here's Landak getting it to Evans, and Evans will hook the ball up and in, as Evans already has 6 here in the early going, and they may look to get him involved in this one tonight. Campbell, though, 6'10", he's going to match up fairly well with Evans, you would assume. Ball goes out of bounds here, and we get to our first media timeout with 15:57 to play in the first half. Falcons already up 10-2, and we'll take a break on the SPU webcast. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside Royal Broham Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Falcons with a quick 10-2 lead here in the first 4 minutes, as they have shot so far 5 out of 9 from the floor. Evergreen State 1 out of 6. Neither team has hit a 3 yet. Evergreen State has attempted 4 of them, and SPU has attempted 2. This is Bradley Graham inbounding from underneath the basket for Evergreen State. Gets it in to Garrett Long. And Long will kick it out to Daniel Thomas, and the Falcons take it away. Here's Latour. Gets it to Moriarty. Moriarty slips under Thomas and puts it in. And those two, as I mentioned in the pregame, former teammates at both O'Dea High School and Bellevue College. as this is Corey Bridges into the game now. And here's Moriarty coming up with the steal. And Moriarty again taking it to the bucket as Thomas was trying to catch up to him, and Thomas went down. Moriarty with the last 4 points for the Falcons. And they hold a 14-2 lead as Evergreen State tries to stay within arm's length here. Graham cutting toward the bucket, and Sandberg ends up with it. And here come the Falcons back the other way. Landek sprinting ahead, gets it to Latour for a 3, and Latour had some time to shoot that one in rhythm, and the Falcons already up by 15 as we are just barely more than 5 minutes into this game. Here's a 3 on the way from Bridges, and that, from Bridges there, that one off the mark. And Falcons running the floor again. Nikia Schoenerstedt gets it to Henry Sandberg, and Sandberg is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. Nikia Schoenerstedt in there for the Falcons out of Vienna, Austria. And I mentioned Trace Evans, the furthest away from where he grew up, but Schoenerstedt from Austria, Henry Sandberg at the line from Gonzaga Prep in Spokane. The Gooey Ducks make some subs here as Campbell will come back in, but for the first time tonight, Tyler No and Zach Jefferson into the game. And for the Falcons, Logan Kinlock making an appearance here early on in the ball game as Sandberg knocks down both free throws, and it's 19-2. Falcons with the lead. And so far to this point, the Falcons look like they may be able to get a lot of players into this game. Falcons will have Douglas College here on Saturday night at 5 p.m. for their final game before Christmas. This one poked out. They're going to say the Falcons knocked it out. And so the Gooey Ducks will keep it with 10 on the shot clock. And Bradley Graham will inbound it. The Gooey Ducks going to play a couple of home games on Friday and Saturday. As here's a 3 on the way, and it's off the mark. Kinlock with the rebound, as that was Zach Jefferson missing on the 3. And here come the Falcons. Kinlock to Schoenerstedt in the corner for a 3. And Nikia Schoenerstedt knocks it in. And the Falcons lead it by 20. 22-2 as they have started off this game shooting the ball well and playing some good defense as well. And they have not allowed the Gooey Ducks to get into any kind of a rhythm so far. Landek kicks it out. Schoenerstedt another 3 on the way. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Jefferson. And No will bring it across midcourt. And now here is Campbell taking the long 2. And that was about an 18-footer. And Campbell, with the only 4 points now for the Gooey Ducks in the ballgame, is 22-4. Here's Landek getting it to Kinlock. And now Landek in the corner. Moriarty drives and finds Kinlock, and Kinlock left the lay-in short there. And now some pressure in the backcourt as Kinlock and Moriarty kind of double-teamed Garrett Long there. Moriarty gets called for the foul. He'll come out, so will Schoenerstedt, as Evans and Knapp come back in for SPU. Both teams shorthanded. The Falcons don't have Grant Coleman active tonight. And the Gooey Ducks with several players in street clothes on their bench. As here's a 3 on the way from Zach Jefferson from the corner, and he knocks it down. And it's 22-7. So the Gooey Ducks on a mini 5-0 run. Landek to Knapp. Knapp puts it up and is off the mark with it, and tried to chase down the rebound, but Zach Jefferson gets there first. Knapp is leading the GNAC in rebounds, in rebounding per game. And there's another one for Jackson Knapp. As Moriarty, there's Landak with a nice take to the bucket, and he puts it in. He's got 4. But Owen Moriarty among the conference leaders as Landak comes out with a rebound here. Finds Evans running the floor, and count it, and 1. Landak with the good pass to Evans, and Evans was out running the floor. It's 26-7. Trace Evans will be at the free throw line when we come back after the media timeout. We'll get back to where some of the Falcons stack up in the conference standings. Or conference rankings, I should say. We'll be right back, though.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SP webcast. Falcons with a 26-7 lead as the Gooey Ducks come back out with Gutierrez, Campbell, Graham, and Zach Jefferson. And the Falcons with Trace Evans going to the free throw line. They'll bring in Julian Mora and Jonas Latour, Jackson Knapp, and Mason Landak on the floor for SPU. Trace Evans trying to complete a 3-point play here. And he just connected on the shot before the timeout. Gets the free throw to go. And so a bucket on one side of the timeout and a free throw on the other, and the Falcons lead it by 20 again. Trace Evans, just a 40% free throw shooter coming into this game, so that is not his forte. Shooting the ball from the floor is. And now he comes up with a steal here and takes it the other way and gets his shot blocked from behind. And the Gooey Ducks back the other way. I think that was Campbell. It may have been Jefferson that ended up blocking the shot. And here is Jefferson getting toward the bucket and draws the foul. As Evans was out in front, and now he commits a foul here. This will be his second. Evans has 9 points, but now has 2 fouls. What Evans also has is the top field goal percentage in the GNAC, as he is shooting 67% from the floor, as free throw is good by Zach Jefferson, and he'll get one more. I mentioned there's Jackson Knapp with another rebound. He leads the GNAC in rebounding at 8.6 rebounds per game. And then Owen Moriarty, third in the GNAC in free throw percentage at 90%, and second in scoring at 17.9 points a game. As here's Landak, and he connects on another shot. And Landak has come off the bench and contributed here, going 3 for 3 from the floor. Here's getting it to Campbell. Campbell looking for somewhere to go, being guarded by Evans, who's staying out there with 2 fouls. And now Jefferson drives, kicks it out to Gutierrez, and Gutierrez knocks in the 3 from the corner. It's 29-11 as Gutierrez gets on the board. for Evergreen State. Mora gets it to Evans, and now Landeck with it. Here's Jackson Knapp feeding it out to Landeck. Why not? He launches a three, and this one ends up going over the backboard as it bounces off the rim and out of bounds. But Kevry Fazio is going to take out Landeck on that. It's an 18-point game. There's a long way to go, though. And he doesn't want his team to get too out of hand here. Wants a quality win. That one knocked out of bounds, as Daniel Thomas will come back in for the Gooey Ducks. Bradley Graham to the bench. Here's Julian Mora across midcourt. Moriarty back on the floor. And there's a three from Trace Evans. So Mason Landeck taking a three. Trace Evans will go out and take one as well. And Evans with 12 points in the game already here. That is not really his forte either. He's a great post player, is Trace Evans. Here's Tyler Noe and Julian Mora with the block. Mora back the other way. Finds Moriarty. Moriarty cuts through and maybe could have gone up with that, but decided to dish it off to Knapp instead. And the Gooey Ducks commit a foul. That is on Solomon Campbell. Graham back in for Tyler Noe. Tyler Noe, as this is Mora from the corner on the three, and that one off the mark. Rebound to Campbell. But Tyler Noe just came to the bench, and he is out of Lacey, Washington. Went to Timberline High School. Here's a three on the way from Gutierrez, and that one misses. And Knapp had the rebound, but fumbled it out. It was poked away from him, and so the Falcons will keep it. As Garrett Long will come back in. Garrett Long went to Timberline High School in Boise, Idaho, so different Timberline High School. As we get a foul called here on Owen Moriarty. And that's his second, so Moriarty out there with 2 fouls and Trace Evans out there with 2 fouls as well. Get the feeling, though, that there's Campbell with a nice baseline jumper, and he's got 6 points in the game. You get the feeling that the Falcons are going to be able to empty the bench. We've already seen Logan Kinlock, who has not seen a lot of action this year. And, of course, we saw Schoonerstedt. There is Evans and Moriarty with the assist. Evans already with 14 points in the game. And here is Campbell shooting over him and missing, and Mora with the rebound for the Falcons. They lead it by 21. Mora is going to step back and take a three, and that one rims out. Moriarty there for the rebound. He'll kick it back out to Knapp. And the Falcons will reset. Evans in the post. Puts it up over Campbell and puts it in. Evans has that hook shot working. And he has perfected that. 16 points for him. As we have watched Trace Evans during his career at SPU become one of the elite post players in the conference. As this one tapped by the Falcons into the backcourt. So the Gooey Ducks allowed to go back and get it. 5 on the shot clock as Jefferson launches a three and he puts it in. And the Gooey Ducks back within 20. Jefferson with 7 points. Falcons back into the front court. Mora will get it to Latour. He'll take a three. And that one goes down for Jonas Latour. And it's 39-16. This one thrown out of bounds. As Daniel Thomas looked like he just threw it directly into the Falcons bench. And he may have He was trying to get it to a teammate there, but that one went straight into the Falcons bench. Timeout here on the floor with 6:49 to play in the first half. And the score 39-16, SPU in front. We'll be right back. Back inside Royal Browan Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. As the Falcons with a 23-point lead. They have 10 assists and no turnovers so far in this one. And really a 1-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio is not too bad. If you can have a positive assist-to-turnover ratio, that's good. But Falcons 10 assists, no turnovers. And here's Moriarty finding Sandberg cutting to the bucket, and he lays it up and in. And the Falcons are up by 25, their largest lead of the night. As here is Jefferson getting it to No. No back to Campbell, being guarded by Schoenerstedt. Trace Evans is on the bench. We get a whistle, and I think they called something away from the ball underneath the basket. They call a foul on Jonas Latour. That's his first. So the Falcons now 11 assists, no turnovers. The Gooey Ducks have turned it over 7 times. And here's Tyler No trying to reverse it up and in, and got it up on the glass, but was not able to connect on the shot. Here's Sandberg looping it out for Schoenerstedt for a 3, and that one off the back iron, no good. Schoenerstedt can shoot that, and he did make one early, but has missed on his last couple. Here is a 3 on the way from Long, and that one misses, and Sandberg ends up with the rebound for SPU. Sandberg will get it to Moriarty, and he plows into No. No ends up on the floor. No call there, and kind of looked like something that Moriarty might have gotten called for a charge on, but definitely some contact there. No may have done a little bit of acting to make it look a little more than it was, but there's another bucket as Latour takes it in for now a 45-16 lead. And to add insult to injury here, Solomon Campbell is on the floor clutching his left ankle. And head coach Cameron Johnson will come out to check on him. Cameron Swanson, rather. The Gooey Ducks, formerly coached by Franklin Johnson. Now Cameron Swanson, and Campbell is up, and it comes to the bench. So, judging by how quickly he was able to get back to his feet, I would be optimistic for Campbell maybe just tweaking the ankle as opposed to really injuring it seriously. But I'm not a doctor. As the Gooey Ducks trail it by 29, Tyler No into the front court, gets it to Jefferson. And Jefferson is blocked by Latour. Jefferson was trying to go around Latour, and Latour got to that shot. Here is Sandberg pulling up in traffic and misses the shot, left it short. Gooey Ducks back the other way. Here's Graham. No. with it now, gets it to Long. Long being guarded by Moriarty. Long turns and shoots over him and misses. And the Falcons back the other way with the rebound. Moriarty behind the back to Schoenerstedt, and it's taken away momentarily there, at least, by Graham. They're going to say Graham touched it last as it goes out of bounds. And so the Falcons will keep it. Logan Kinlock coming back in for SPU. Redshirt sophomore out of Yakima, Washington. Trace Evans will come back in as well for Nikias Schoenerstedt. And Kinlock has been active the last few games. Hasn't seen a lot of time. Oh, there's a collision there between Kinlock and Jefferson as they're both going for the ball. Kinlock gets called for the foul. So they said that Jefferson had position on that one, and Kinlock gets called for the foul. As the Gooey Ducks will take it back. Here's Graham driving, putting it up over Evans and puts it in. Good floater there from Bradley Graham. And he's on the board with his first two. 45-18. Kinlock hands off to Latour. And now Mora. Evans will get it to Kinlock. And Kinlock right back to Evans. He's triple teamed, at least was. And now a couple of defenders kind of move off of him. And it was Long that stole the pass there. Evans temporarily was triple teamed, and then they kind of sagged away from him. And here's a shot up by Jefferson, no good. Rebound back to the Falcons. Mora will get it to Kinlock. He'll step inside the arc, and he'll find Evans at the bucket. Nice assist there from Logan Kinlock, and Trace Evans with another easy basket, making it 18 points for him in the ballgame. Falcons lead by 29. Here's Graham down the lane. They get it out to Noe. He's going to step inside, and Falcons making contact with the shot there. Evans with the long pass out to Mora, the outlet, and Mora lays it up and in. And Mora is on the board with his first two. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And the Falcons having an easy time of it to this point. Leading by 31. Mora comes up with a steal here. And Mora is going to find Latour. And they were trying to go with the alley-oop there, but didn't connect on it. Falcons keep possession, though. Here's Kinlock. And Kinlock puts it in with the left hand off the glass. And Logan Kinlock on the board with his first two. It is 51-18. Here's Noe getting it out for a three on the way from Corey Bridges. And the Gooey Ducks with the offensive rebound on the putback by Garrett Long. As Bridges was unable to connect on the three. But Garrett Long sticks with it. Pass from Kinlock to Latour is picked off. And the Gooey Ducks back the other way. That one, the second attempt from Zach Jefferson, as Trace Evans disrupted the first shot there, but Jefferson was able to stick with it and put it back up and in. And now a 51-22 lead, and they're going to say Julian Mora carried the ball there. So the Gooey Ducks will take it back. This will be the final media timeout of the first half with 1:34 to play. And the Falcons in front by 29, 51-22. We'll be right back in just a moment.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back inside Royal Brome Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SB webcast. Falcons lead the Geoducks 51-22. And the Geoducks actually with the last 4 points in this one. It was a 33-point lead for SBU. But the Falcons will return. Landeck is back out there. Sandberg, Evans, Kinlock, and Knapp. And for the Geoducks, here's Graham putting it up over Evans, and that one off the back iron, no good. And really, the Geoducks have had a lot of shots that have not missed by much. Otherwise, this game might be a little more respectable. As they have Bridges out there, along with Thomas, Gutierrez, and Garrett Long out there as well. This is a 3 from Landeck that is off the mark. And the Geoducks with the rebound, under a minute to play here in the first half. Long whips it out for Thomas. Now here's Bridges. They feed it down low to Garrett Long. Turnaround jumper over Sandberg is good. And the Geoducks now on a mini 6-0 run. 51-24 the score, as Landeck is going to take a timeout once he gets into the front court. And so Kefri Fazio wanting to talk things over with his squad. I don't know how much of this is about drawing up a play to get a shot, and how much of it is just keeping his team, trying to make sure they keep their heads in the game and don't get too don't put it on cruise control too much here, as it is a comfortable lead for the Falcons at 51-24. But Geoducks are on a 6-0 run, and so that may be a point of discussion for Kefri Fazio here as he talks things over with his squad. The Falcons will have the ball with 22 on the shot clock, 30.1 on the game clock. And so they will have an opportunity to get at least one shot here before the half ends. And it'll be Kinlock to inbound. Cameron Swanson having a discussion with the official. And Falcons will bring it in. Landeck will get it to Kinlock, as they'll try to use up some of the clock here. A 3 on the way from the corner is good by Henry Sandberg. And so much for using clock. The Falcons connect on another 3, and it is a 30-point lead for SPU. Geoducks with the final possession of the half. That one is a 3 off the mark. Knapp with the rebound, and he's unable to get a shot up before the buzzer. But Sandberg connects on a 3, and the Falcons go into the locker room with a 30-point lead, 54-24. We're going to step aside for about 9.5 or so minutes on the SPU webcast. We'll be back when we're closer to the second half getting underway, about 5 minutes or so before the second half starts. Again, 54-24, Falcons with the lead over the Geoducks. We'll be back.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Welcome back inside Royal Brown Pavilion. Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast. Falcons lead the Gooey Ducks 54-24. The Evergreen State College, as they are stepping out of conference tonight. They'll actually play 2 more conference games this weekend, as they will host both of them. Warner Pacific on Friday, and then Multnomah on Saturday. The Falcons, as I mentioned earlier, will be back here on Saturday night to take on Douglas College from north of the border in Vancouver, BC, as they'll make the trip down to the States. They've played here a few times in recent years. Douglas College has, the Royals of Douglas College. But the first half, all Falcons here, 54-24. Falcons shoot 61% from the floor. The Gooey Ducks, 29%. And the Falcons outshoot the Gooey Ducks from beyond the three-point arc, 39% to 20%. Neither team really shot a lot of free throws. The Falcons went 3 out of 3 from the stripe, and the Gooey Ducks went 1 out of 2. So free throws have not been a story in this one. It's been just a lot of up and down action for the most part. Falcons have out-rebounded the Gooey Ducks 25-13. They led by as many as 33. They lead by 30 right now at the break. Falcons with 15 assists and just 4 turnovers. Gooey Ducks have turned it over 8 times, which is not terrible. So they just have double the amount of turnovers that the Falcons do. But Falcons with 7 steals, 14 points off turnovers. And they have, the Falcons do have 32 points in the paint. Evergreen State with just 6. points in the paint. Really, Trace Evans has been kind of the leading scorer. Has been the leading scorer. I shouldn't say kind of. Let's look at Evergreen State first, as they get 9 points from Zach Jefferson. It said 7 on the stat sheet a moment ago, but they updated it. So he's got 9, and he is 3 for 8 from the floor, 2 out of 4 from beyond the arc, and has 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block. 6 points for Solomon Campbell, and 3 rebounds for him, and a block shot as well. And Garrett Long with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals for the Gooey Ducks. Falcons with a lot of offense, spearheaded, as I mentioned, by Trace Evans with 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And he hit a 3. Went 8 out of 9 overall from the floor, only missed 1 shot in the first half. And as I mentioned, he does lead the GNAC in field goal percentage. Jonas Latour with 8 points as he connects on a couple from distance and 1 from inside the arc. 3 out of 5 overall from the floor for him, and 2 rebounds, an assist, a block, and a steal for Latour. And it's a common theme for the Falcons. They're really filling up the stat sheet. 7 points for Henry Sandberg, 3 rebounds, a block, 6 points apiece from Owen Moriarty. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in the first half. Mason Landek with 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Falcons get 5 rebounds from Jackson Knapp as well. He had 2 points and a steal and an assist. So taking a quick look around what's coming up here. This is the only game actually in both the GNAC and the Cascade Collegiate Conference. There are some games going on though this week before Christmas, as both Western Washington and Montana State Billings are playing in Las Vegas this weekend. They have a couple of games on Thursday and Friday. Both of those teams do, not playing each other, but Central Washington is at home. Alaska Anchorage is playing in Honolulu, Hawaii. And Alaska Fairbanks is playing a couple of games in St. Leo, Florida. Anchorage is playing twice in Honolulu, and Fairbanks is playing a couple of teams they're playing Palm Beach Atlantic University and St. Leo University in St. Leo, Florida. So from Fairbanks, Alaska to St. Leo, Florida, about as far as you can go. But in the Cascade Collegiate Conference, they already have played 3. Some teams have played 4. The Gooey Ducks have played 3 games in conference. They won 1 of them, and they beat Northwest University. They are hosting on Friday. They're hosting Multnomah. I'm sorry. They are hosting Multnomah on Saturday. They're hosting Warner Pacific on Friday, and then Multnomah on Saturday. Both of those games taking place in Olympia. And we are back to action here in the second half. And this is Graham being guarded by Sandberg. And they get it out now to Corey Bridges. Here's Graham taking the shot over Evans, and it rims out. And Graham has been close on several that have not gone down. As Graham now is 1 out of 7 from the floor. Knapp gets it to Evans, and Evans puts it up and in. As the Falcons fighting for possession there underneath the basket, and Evans was able to get another bucket. And he's got 20 points in the game on 9 out of 10 shooting. As this is going to be Gutierrez with the hook shot. Bridges with the rebound. He'll go up over Evans and off the glass, and that one off the mark as well. Evans comes down with the rebound. Falcons back the other way. Falcons have played 9 players so far in this game, and here is Evans getting it to Knapp, and Knapp reverses it up and in. They really don't have a lot more that are active tonight. A lot of players not dressed. But David Zachman is somebody that has not gotten into the game for the Falcons yet. And we'll see if Kefri Fazio gets him in. I would assume that if he doesn't get in, that he may be dressed, but they're not going to use him if they don't have to. We've seen Logan Kinlock out there for a few minutes already. As here is a shot from Long that is off the mark, and the rebound. Falcons back the other way, and they fumble it out of bounds. It will go back to the Gooey Ducks with 18:07 on the clock. And Garrett Long. I see actually Solomon Campbell is on the bench, as here's Graham with the ball. Solomon Campbell with the foot wrapped. So we saw him go down, and he was holding onto his ankle. And now he's got a foot wrap, and there may be some ice in there as well. This one taken away by Knapp for the Falcons. He's got Moriarty out in front of everybody. Moriarty couldn't get that shot to go, but Trace Evans is there to tap it back up and in. And it's a 36-point lead for SPU. So, looks like Solomon Campbell's night is done. He is in street clothes and has his foot up on the bench. Here's a 3 on the way, and that one off the mark from Daniel Thomas. And the Falcons back the other way. Knapp gets it to Evans, and Evans lays it up and in. The big man there might have been thinking about throwing it down, but this game is kind of out of hand as it is. Maybe some good sportsmanship there, just laying it up and in. We get a whistle here. And a foul committed by Henry Sandberg, and now they will let Tyler No come into the game for Daniel Thomas. 16:49 to play, and Garrett Long will inbound from in front of the scorer's table, really in front of the Gooey Ducks bench. And he'll get it to Graham. Gutierrez with it in the corner, in the post for Corey Bridges. And Bridges loses it, gets it back. And now Moriarty steals the pass. Moriarty saw that one coming. Moriarty tried to throw it down and couldn't quite get it to stay down. But Jackson Knapp cleans up and adds another rebound to his total, along with 2 points. 40-point lead for SPU. Here's Graham driving, and it'll stay with the Gooey Ducks as it goes out of bounds. And here's Schoenerstedt and Landek checking back in for SPU. Yeah, David Zachman is active. He's dressed. So we'll see. I'm sure Kefri Fazio knows more than I do. This one stolen away by Landek as they were trying to get it back out to No. Landek dishes it off to Sandberg, and Sandberg puts it in and draws the foul. Henry Sandberg now with 9 points. And the foul called against Bradley Graham. That's his second. And Sandberg will be at the free throw line, trying to get to 10 points here on the evening. And the Falcons just continue to expand the lead. Sandberg puts in the free throw. Sandberg was just 3 out of 4 at the free throw line coming into tonight and into this game. So he has not taken a lot of free throws this year, but gets that one to go. We get a whistle here, and this is going to be a foul on Sandberg, and it'll take us to a timeout on the floor. With the score, SPU 67, Evergreen State 24. We'll be right back on the SPU webcast.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, 15:54 to play. Falcons in front comfortably. And David Zachman is in the ballgame now for the Falcons, along with Schoenerstedt, Kenlock, Landek, and Sandberg. Sandberg the only starter on the floor at the moment, as the Falcons now with their 10th player of the night into the game. And I like what I've seen from David Zachman in the limited time he has been able to play. No got that one up and almost got it in, but it rims out. And that's been kind of the kind of night that it's been for the Gooey Ducks. And there's Zachman on the other end with the reverse lay-in. And the Falcons now lead it by 45. Here's a long two from Graham, and that one off the mark. And the Falcons another rebound. Here's Kenlock, a three in transition, and that one off the mark. Rebound comes out to Garrett Long. He pulls up in transition for a three. That one off the mark. Kenlock the rebound. And the Falcons will move it into the front court with Mason Landek handling the ball. Nice pass there from Schoenerstedt, and again, Zachman with the reverse lay-in. And he has 4 points already just coming into the game, and both of his buckets have kind of come from not your regular straight-on angle. Here's a three on the way from Gutierrez over Zachman, and Zachman commits the foul. Gutierrez knocks down the three, and he will have an opportunity at a 4-point play. As Zachman kind of boxed him out and committed the foul. Daniel Thomas back in for the Gooey Ducks. And now Jamoy Davis. I think he actually did get into the game in the first half for 3 minutes. And I did not mention him while he was out there. But Jamoy Davis is in now for the Gooey Ducks. Gutierrez misses on the free throw. Davis from the island of St. Thomas. And Falcons are going to get called for a traveling violation here. So the Gooey Ducks will take it back. Gutierrez checks out. And coming back in is Zach Jefferson. Here's Tyler No getting it to Jefferson. And now Thomas with it. Jefferson pulls up for a long two and puts it in. And Jefferson has been the one Gooey Duck that has been able to hit some shots tonight, as he is now 4 out of 9 from the floor. As Schoenerstedt hands off to Kenlock. Sandberg for Landek in the corner. Landek kicks it back out to Sandberg. Sandberg pulls up from the free throw line and puts it in. And Henry Sandberg with 12 points for SPU. They lead it 73-29. Landek got a hand in there and comes up with a steal. And it's about a 3-on-none, and Landek is just going to lay it up and in. Again, not trying to rub it in there with the dunk attempt. We've seen a couple of dunk attempts in this game by the Falcons, but nothing too crazy. As this is a nice pass from Jefferson to Davis underneath, and Davis puts it up and in. 75-31 as Jamoy Davis on the board with his first two. Under 13 minutes to play, and Sandberg tried to get it over the top to Zachman, but Tyler No comes over for the steal. And the Geoducks back the other way. Bridges will get it to Jefferson. Jefferson has it knocked away by Sandberg. And Sandberg back the other way. Sandberg will take it himself, and he lays it up and in. He had Kinlock on the other side of the lane, but didn't really have a good way to get it to him. This will be a foul on Landeck. Yes, it's going on Mason Landeck. It's 77-31. Landeck committing his first foul. Latour and Mora in for the Falcons, and Gutierrez and Long back in for the Geoducks. Falcons trying to win their third game of the season. They have had some games where they've played well in certain stretches, but really have not been able to consistently put together a full 40 minutes. They played East Bay pretty well, Cal State East Bay. They played Montana State Billings. They took them to overtime. And so they've had a few close losses. But this one looks like it's going in the win column as David Zachman comes away with the steal and takes it back the other way and lays it up and in. Got through a couple of defenders and will go to the free throw line. As the foul committed there by Jefferson. I'm sorry, make it... it was Gutierrez that committed the foul. It was 23, not 24. David Zachman at the free throw line trying to convert on a three-point play, and he just ran the floor there and went straight between two defenders, laid it in, and drew the foul and knocks down the free throw as well. So the Falcons are up by 49. Here's Jefferson. And there's Gutierrez now getting it, and it's thrown out of bounds by Davis. Falcons will take it back. 12:07 now to play in the ball game. And Zachman will get it into Julian Mora. David Zachman from the north end of Seattle, Arlington, Washington. There's Mora knocking down a three. And Julian Mora's got 5 points. Falcons lead it by 52. Gutierrez going around Schoenerstedt. Zachman comes over. Schoenerstedt ends up blocking the shot from behind. And that'll take us to another timeout on the floor with 11:41 to go in this one. The under 12 media timeout. We will step aside on the SPU webcast. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back inside Royal Brown Pavilion in Seattle. Falcons cruising here up by 52 as Trace Evans and Jackson Knapp will get some more run here for the Falcons as they're out there with Latour, Zachman, and Mora. And the Geoducks counter with no Jefferson, Long, Thomas, And the inbounder is Gutierrez. Here is Long, and he gets through the lane there and misses off the glass. Falcons with the rebound. Here's Mora trying to get it over the top to Evans, and it's knocked away. And here come the Gooey Ducks back the other way. Here's Thomas. He puts up the floater, the jumper from the free throw line, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Knapp. Knapp running the floor. Has it knocked away, gets it back. And Knapp will take it to the bucket and put it up and in over Jefferson. And Jackson Knapp has 8 points for SPU. Cameron Swanson with the discussion with the official, asking what they can do, what they can get away with on their defensive end, or maybe talking about Knapp just kind of being too much for the Gooey Ducks there, as Garrett Long puts in the bucket here. And Knapp over the top for Evans. Evans puts it up and in. And Trace Evans now with 26 points in this ball game. Falcons lead at 87-33, and we still have 10 minutes to play. And the Falcons going to try to eclipse the 100-point mark, and well on their way to doing so as the Gooey Ducks turn it over again. 10:02 to play. And the Falcons with 87 on the board. Couple of statistical discrepancies. Falcons lead the Gooey Ducks in fast break points, 26-0. There's Latour for a 3. And points in the paint, 60-10. The Falcons with the advantage in that category. As it is now a 57-point lead. Jefferson with a nice move into the lane. Couldn't get the shot to go, though. Gets it out to Gutierrez. He got his own rebound, and Gutierrez misses on the 3. Mora is able to get the rebound and gets fouled. And the call going to go on Gutierrez. That's his second. So the Falcons will have possession at midcourt. 90-33. Zachman to Mora. And now here's Knapp. Gets it back out to Mora. Mora drives inside. Kicks it over to Zachman. And now it's poked away. As Mora gets to it, Jefferson was going after it. I think Jefferson was the one that initially knocked it away into the backcourt. Here's Evans taking another 3. And that one misses. Knapp had the rebound momentarily. But now Gutierrez is able to get to it. And Latour fouls him. So Jonas Latour called for his third foul. 16 foul on the Falcons here in the second half as Logan Kinlock will come back. And the Gooey Ducks have committed 3 fouls. David Zachman had a good few minutes there. 7 points for him. He checks out. And we'll probably see more of him before this game is over. Here is Bradley Graham. Gets it to Gutierrez. And Gutierrez driving on Trace Evans. Puts it up over and puts it in. Good take there by Gutierrez. And the senior out of Pasco, Washington, able to put it in. And now here's Evans on the other end. Evans now at 28 points in the ballgame as he converts another easy one at the bucket. 92-35. Henry Sandberg getting ready to come back in for SPU. This is Graham taking a 3, and that one off the mark. And Graham just has had a lid on the bucket tonight as Latour misses. And here's Graham back the other way, finding No, and Tyler No puts it in. As the Gooey Ducks had 0 fast break points, but they have 2 now. as they are able to run the floor and get the lay-in there. Here is Knapp. Evans is blocked from behind, but they're going to get a foul on Garrett Long. And that is going to take us to the under 8 timeout. 7:43 to play in the ball game, and the Falcons in front 92-37. We'll be back in just a moment.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Welcome back inside Royal Broham Pavilion in Seattle. Falcons on top 92-37 as Trace Evans will head to the free throw line. And Evans tonight, 13 out of 15 from the floor, 28 points in just 22 minutes of action. And Evans trying to add more to his total here as he is 1 of 1 from the free throw line and gets that one to rattle home as well. He will have another attempt coming up here. Falcons not yet in the bonus, but Evans was fouled shooting and knocks down both free throws. Trace Evans has 30 points. And I believe, and I'm about 99% certain, that is a career high for him. And this one thrown away as Jackson Knapp steals it. Here's Landek driving and getting it to Evans. Evans misses that one, and a rare miss for him. And the Gooey Ducks back the other way. And getting to the lane, getting through the lane there and laying it up and in is Jacob Laff out of Portland, Oregon. He is in the game for the first time tonight. And this one taken away. Here's Jefferson driving on Landek, and Jefferson lays it up and in as Landek went flying by. And now Landek back the other way, gets it to Kenlock for a three, and I don't know if that one was deflected. He came up well short on that. But the Gooey Ducks will take it back as Nakia Schoonerstedt will come in for Trace Evans. Moriarty has been on the bench for a while now, and Trace Evans now with 30 points in the ball game. I would be surprised if we saw him back in. But Falcons only with 10 players active tonight. And there's a three from Jefferson off the mark. Here's Mason Landek. Schoonerstedt out there. And he will take the pass. And now Jackson Knapp in the corner drives, goes up over Garrett Long, and misses the shot. And the rebound to Jacob Laff. Here's Jefferson driving. Sandberg got a piece of it, but also got some contact and gets called for the foul. Henry Sandberg picks up his third. And that is the 7th team foul on the Falcons. It'll send Zach Jefferson to the free throw line for 2 shots. It was a shooting foul. But now the Gooey Ducks in the bonus. And Jefferson converts the first free throw. As he gets the second one to go as well. Jefferson was just 2 out of 2 on the season prior to that free throw. Gooey Ducks without Jordan Joseph, their leading scorer tonight. As here is Kinlock taking the pass from Landek, and Kinlock with a nice take to the bucket. And the Falcons up to 96 points in this one with still almost 6 minutes to play in the game. As they try to eclipse the century mark, here's No. And he gets it out to Bridges. Now Laugh puts up the shot and puts it in. And he's had some productive time on the floor here recently. They didn't get him in until recently. And now here's Jackson Knapp taking it to the bucket, lays it up and in over Jefferson. And it is 98-45. Knapp comes away with it here on the other end. And now takes the pass from Landek. Knapp going up over Jefferson. And Knapp is going to get called for the charge there. So we'll go back the other way. 5:02 to play. Zachman comes in for Jackson Knapp. And the Falcons again with just one starter on the floor at the moment, Henry Sandberg. And he's out there with Kinlock, Landek, Schoenerstedt, and Zachman. Here's a three from Bridges on the way, and that one off the back iron. And a foul called on the rebound on Jacob Laugh. That's his first. Falcons will take it back. And this is their opportunity here to hit 100 on the evening. Maybe their first opportunity. As here's Landek taking the three, and that one well off the mark. And it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Last touch by the Gooey Ducks. So, 4:34 to play. Landek will inbound it. Gets it to Kinlock. He's going to take a three from the corner, and that one goes in, and the Falcons have hit the century mark. They are at 1-on-1 now, with still over 4 minutes to play in this one. 101-45. Jefferson will get it out in the corner for Graham, and that one off the mark. Long with the rebound, and now Zachman pulls it away, and Landek ends up with it. Landek taking it to the lane, down the lane I should say rather, and Landek lays it up and in. Was looking for possibly a foul call there, but didn't get it. Here's Graham, got caught up in the air. Gets it back out to Long though, and Garrett Long misses on the jumper. And the Falcons back the other way. Landek with the long pass for Zachman, and he's fouled. No, he turns it over. And I'm not sure what they called there. I didn't see a traveling violation called, but I may have been looking at the wrong official. 103-45, Falcons with the lead, and we get to the final media timeout of the evening. 3:47 to play. We'll be right back on the SP Webcast. Back inside Royal Brown Pavilion, Greg Sexton with you on the SPU webcast, and we're down to the final 3:47 of this one it's all Falcons as they lead it by 58 points now. And I got to do a little math here. 103 minus 45. And that is 58. As here's Bridges getting it to Graham. Graham hands off to Laugh. He's double teamed, cuts through the defenders, and couldn't get the shot to go. Falcons still playing hard on defense. And Julian Mora bringing it the other way. Sandberg. Sort of getting a screen from Schoenerstedt there. Didn't come right out on the ball. But Sandberg, again, will get it back. And now finds Kinlock at the bucket. Nobody else there in the area. And Logan Kinlock now with 9 points in the game for SPU. 105-45 is your score. Here's Jacob Laugh. Gets it to Graham. Graham gets it up over Schoenerstedt. Couldn't get it to go. Bridges puts it back. And Corey Bridges with the bucket. And that is his first 2 of the game. 105-47. Zachman will hand off to Sandberg. And they work it around the perimeter. Zachman trying to go baseline. Had it poked away. Gets it back out to Sandberg, though. And now across court for Schoenerstedt for a 3. And Nakia Schoenerstedt knocks in another 3. He's got 2 on the evening. He's got 6 points. And the Falcons up to 108 with 2 minutes to play. And Schoenerstedt gets a hand on that pass. Knocks it out. Gutierrez and Davis check back in for the Gooey Ducks. And this pass will come in from Graham to Davis. Now Gutierrez driving, puts up the floater over Sandberg and couldn't connect. And the Falcons with it back the other way. 108-47 as Julian Mora will get it in the post to Schoenerstedt. Laugh on defense on him. Schoenerstedt goes behind his back to Kinlock. Kinlock couldn't get the lay-in to go, though. Contested a little bit. And here comes Tyler No, and looked like he was driving there and was trying to pass it off, and my view of that part of the court really is not the greatest. I'm kind of up behind the that basket in one corner. Is it on your screen? I'm on the I'm right above the Evergreen State bench. This one out of bounds, and the Falcons will take it back with 1:13 to go. Mora has it knocked out, and the Falcons will keep it. Now down to 1:09. Falcons will have Douglas College in here on Saturday at 5 p.m. And Evergreen State going to host a couple of games on Friday and Saturday, conference games. Here's Kinlock at the bucket, lays it up and in. Zachman with the assist. And it's 110-47. The Gooey Ducks will have Warner Pacific on Friday at 7:30 and then Multnomah on Saturday at 5. Here's Graham turning around, and Bradley Graham just cannot buy a bucket. I believe he has one. We'll take a look here as that one gets away from Zachman. Bradley Graham has taken some shots that look good. He's 1 out of 11 from the floor. And there's been a lid on the hoop, with one exception. This one stolen away. And the Falcons back the other way with the shot clock off. Julian Mora will walk it across midcourt. And this one getting ready to go in the books. Falcons with a 110-47 advantage And both teams just watching the clock dwindle down to zeros as the Falcons close this one out. They put up 54 in the first half and 56 more in the second half, and they cruise to a 110-47 win. As it was all Falcons. We'll give you some of the team stats here. Falcons shoot 65% from the floor, and the Gooey Ducks 29%. Falcons end up going 41% beyond the arc, and the Gooey Ducks 17%. Falcons went 7 of 7 at the free throw line, and the Gooey Ducks 3 out of 5 there. Falcons with 46 rebounds to 27 for Evergreen State. And Falcons led by as many as 63, and that's the final margin. They win by 63. Gooey Ducks turned it over 20 times. The Falcons turned it over 12 times, but Falcons with 27 assists in this game. And individually, the Gooey Ducks with some good performances, particularly Zach Jefferson. He went for 15 points, 5 out of 12 from the floor, 2 out of 5 from distance, and he went 3 out of 4 at the free throw line. And Jefferson had 4 points, 2 assists, and a blocked shot. They get 8 points from Nick Gutierrez. They get 6 apiece from Garrett Long and Solomon Campbell, who did not play in the second half due to a foot or an ankle injury. But Solomon Campbell with 6 points and 3 rebounds in the first half. Falcons filled up the stat sheet here. Owen Moriarty only played 17 minutes. Nobody played less than 12. David Zachman didn't get into the second half, but he played 12 minutes. And he had 7 points and 2 rebounds, and assist, a block, and a steal. That's a common theme with the Falcons getting a lot of points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. Trace Evans goes for 30, and just four rebounds. Jackson Knapp had 12 rebounds. He's got double-digit rebounds in his last 3 games. Evans, though, with 30 points on 13 of 16 shooting, went 1 of 2 beyond the arc, went 3 out of 3 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds and a steal, 3 assists for Evans as well. Falcons with 6 players in double figures, and Henry Sandberg had 14, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, and a steal. And he was 5 out of 7 from the floor. Pretty efficient night for him as well. 11 apiece from Jonas Latour and Logan Kinlock. Kinlock went for 11 points and 7 rebounds, and he played 20 minutes in this one. And Jonas Latour with 11 points, 2 rebounds, a block, and a steal. And then they got 10 apiece from Jackson Knapp, and Knapp had a double-double with 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. And Mason Landeck had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. So Landeck leads the Falcons in assists by a wide margin. Nobody else had more than 3, but Landeck had 8 and 5 rebounds as well, which is good for third most on the Falcons tonight. As we mentioned, Knapp with the 12 rebounds and Kinlock with 7. Mason Landeck chips in 5 rebounds to go with his 10 points and 8 assists and 2 steals. And nobody that got into the game tonight had less than 5 points. Julian Mora had 5. He had 4 rebounds and 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals as well. Schoenerstedt with 6, Moriarty with 6, Zachman with 7, and Mora with 5. The Falcons go to 3-8 on the season, and they really have played better basketball than their record would indicate, as they've had some close losses. They actually were at the University of Washington for an exhibition game about a month ago, and they had the lead at half. They had a double-digit lead at halftime. They did not close that one out. But a lot of Falcons have had a lot of games where they just have gotten out to a lead and have not been able to close the deal. As they just have one win over a D2 opponent. That would be Cal State San Marcos, as they pick up a win over Linfield, a D3 opponent, and then they pick up another one here tonight against Evergreen State, which is a NAIA school. And they will have another game coming up against Douglas College on Saturday at 5. We will have that one for you on the SPU webcast. Douglas College coming down from Vancouver, BC, and they play in I need to look up the name of the conference that they play in, but it's all Canadian teams. Simon Fraser is the only school, or the only college with that competes in the NCAA in the U.S. But Douglas College, they should be, presumably, unless they have improved a lot, the Falcons should have a win in that one as well. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. We will see how things play out on Saturday evening. Douglas College will be here, 5 p.m. tip-off. We will have it for you on the SPU webcast. And we are going to go ahead and sign off on this webcast here as the Falcons cruise to a 110-47 win over the Evergreen State College. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you on Saturday.